So, I don't usually do commentary type videos, however, as a Twitch streamer myself, twitch.tv/Finnyboi by the way, and as someone who knows quite a bit about the recent situation that took place at the Capitol, I figured I would be a pretty decent source about this. Now, keep in mind, I'm really more reporting, and then I'll probably give a little bit of my opinion at the end, since that's pretty much what every commentary video does. But just keep that in mind, that most of this is just reporting, then I'll give a little bit of my opinion. You should form your opinion by yourself, and yeah, let's get into it. So recently, Twitch has put out a statement saying that they are going to remove the Pogchamp emote due to the guy basically being a jerk. And I'll get into that later, but this is the statement they made, word for word. We've made the decision to remove the Pogchamp emote following statements from the face of the emote encouraging further violence after what took place in the Capitol today. We want the sentiment and the use of Pog to live on. Its meaning is much bigger than the person depicted or the image itself, and it has a big place in Twitch culture. However, we cannot in good conscience continue the enable of the use of the image. We work with the community to design a new emote for the most hype moments on Twitch. Sorry for the little laugh there. I just think it's really funny when tech companies try to use the verbatim that's used on their apps or websites or whatever, and they use it in just such a weird way, because you don't imagine a person saying this, you more imagine like a corporation saying it. So when I hear Twitch say hype, like the official account, it just sounds weird to me. But yeah, the face of the Pogchamp emote, who, if you don't know, was made in a YouTube video where a camera almost fell and someone caught it and he was like, oh my god, it almost fell. But yeah, the guy who made the emote, or who appears in the emote, whose name I won't say just in case there's like one of the 10 people that are gonna watch this that decides to send hate to them or something. But the point being, the guy basically condoned not only just the protests that were happening in the Capitol, but basically the violent raid of the US Capitol building, and actually said that he would like to see more violence, which I guess Twitch decided they didn't want to really have represented on their app, especially as an emote just that everyone can use. That was a common emote. In fact, probably the most popular emote on Twitch. And I can understand that, you know. I think giving this guy a podium, or just an ability where people can say, ooh, who's the Pogchamp guy, and then go find his stuff and see really the man he is kind of dangerous just due to how many people use it. But at the same time, they said themselves that it's become much more bigger than the guy. I think that the way it was used wasn't necessarily to give props to the guy or praise or really anything, but more just as a funny face that people could use when they have moments like that, where something great happened or something surprising happened. I just think the defense, or not necessarily the defense, but the reasoning that I'm using why people wouldn't want it to be removed is that it could have been the face of anyone. Anyone could have made that face. It just happened to be this guy, and this guy happened to be a pretty bad dude. So now that I've stated kind of both sides of the argument, I'm gonna get into my opinion. So if you just didn't really know what was happening and you were like, what, Twitch banged Pogchamp, and you don't really want to hear an opinion about it, then you can obviously click off. But I'm gonna go a bit more into my opinion on it. Personally, I don't necessarily think that they had to remove it. I think that they really couldn't have removed it. There could have been an alternate universe where they didn't, and nothing would have really happened, because no one was really talking about it. You know, I think if I heard this with my friend, and keep in mind I am very against what happened in the Capitol, but if I were with my friend and he was like, oh dude, the guy in the Pogchamp emote said that he supports all the violence going on in the Capitol and that he wants more to happen, I would have been like, wow, that kind of stinks, more than oh man, I'm so mad at Twitch. Because I think at the end of the day, that people seeing this or hearing of this wouldn't really get mad at Twitch themselves. I think they would more get mad at the guy, who they probably thought was a pretty cool guy considering he became the most popular emote on Twitch. But yeah, I don't think there would have really been any hate directed towards Twitch, or maybe I'm missing something. You guys can tell me in the comments if you've seen people getting mad about it and stuff. So I don't really think they had to, but I can understand why they did. It's their platform, and if they don't want to stand for something like that, which makes sense, I wouldn't want to stand for it either, then it's their decision. So yeah, that's basically what happened and why Twitch removed Pogchamp emote and my opinion on it. If you want to see more commentaries like this, I could do that. This was just something that I wanted to make because I feel like, as someone who is a frequent user and creator on Twitch, and someone who's filled up on pretty much every news source when it comes to what has happened in the Capitol, I figured that I could give not necessarily the best opinion, but I feel like I could give at least a decently informed opinion on what was going on. And keep in mind, please form your own opinion about this. I think at the end of the day, it's really just an emote on Twitch, so if you agree with me, don't go screaming that on the rooftops, and if you disagree with me, don't put it in the comments, even though I do need that engagement. Speaking of engagement, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I might do more like this. Again, tell me if you want to see this, or tell me if it was absolutely terrible and I should just go back to making what I usually make. It's kind of all up in the air. I have another stream highlight coming out soon. It's in the editing process right now, so don't worry about that. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.